welcome back to my channel. So as a mom of twins, I often get asked what I did to retain and maintain my flat stomach after pregnancy. I know this is a hustle for most women because after childbirth we tend to lose all those awesome flat stomach and shape we used to have before pregnancy. So in this video I will share with you guys my tips and tricks of what I did and what I still do to maintain my flat stomach. I hope you all find this video helpful, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already so you don't get to miss any new video from me. And if you want to see my tips and tricks, then continue to watch. Alright, so my first tip into working on getting your flat stomach back is to eliminate every junk food. You can eat all natural health food like fruits and vegetables. Like for me, my menu, like my day menu is, I always start off my morning with fruits and vegetables. I know some people feel like it's wrong, but that is what works for me. I always love to start off my morning with fruits and vegetables, and then in the afternoon I eat my main dish, like whatever it is I want to eat, I eat it in the afternoon, and then at night I also eat fruits and vegetables. And reason is because food always takes time to digest. You don't want to eat anything heavy at night because it will always go onto your stomach, you know, and form fat. And also you have to be very careful on the amount of food you eat. You don't want to eat too much. I prefer to eat like, you know, like small quantity of food during the day than just sit down and consume a large quantity of food, because it will always be there on your stomach and it will take it much more longer time to digest than if you were to eat, you know, like little quantity of food. And also it's always advised to eat 4 hours before you go to bed. You don't want to eat, you know, immediately before you go to bed, because guess what, it will take your body time to like, you know, digest the food and distribute it. And while you're sleeping, you know, your body doesn't do much work while you're sleeping, so you need to eat like 4 or 5 hours before you go to bed, so your body, you know, your system will have enough time to process the food. All right, so my second tip is water. I know you guys are so used to people talking about water, but come to think of it, water is very essential to the body. So many people would love to replace water with juice, which I think is wrong, because all these juice, they all contain sugar, you guys. So it's always you know, advisable to drink as much water as you can. You can never drink enough water, you guys. Water is very essential to the body because it helps to clean up the body, it helps to flush all the toxins from the body. And for me, like normally sometimes when I get hungry before the time I normally eat, I always prefer to drink water, because water will always help to fill my stomach. Like it just fills me up. When I drink water, I just feel so full. And another thing is, whenever you drink water, you notice you always like use the bathroom, you always pee a lot whenever you drink water, because it just helps to flush all the toxins and all the unwanted things out of the body. So water is very essential when we're talking about flat stomach. All right, so my third tip is exercise. That is like workout without membership. You don't need to go and sign up with a gym to be able to do exercises. Like regular exercise, it's not anything tedious. If you get in the habit of at least exercising your body, it's your body, you guys. You need to work it. You need to work that body, because you know, it's whatever. The body is like elastic. I don't know how to explain it. The body is whatever you give the body. That is, you know, what it takes. You can never have enough exercise, and you don't need to go like, you know, do all the strenuous exercises. You can start with cardio, you can start with sit-ups, crunches, you know. It's something you can just do right in the comfort of your home. You don't need to go and sign up in no gym membership to exercise your body. So my fourth tip is 1 2 3 4. Yes, 4. So my fourth tip is having a good posture. Posture is very essential when you're working on your flat stomach, because if you notice, anybody that have a very good posture always tends to have a flat stomach, because come to think of it, when you sit upright, you know, your spinal cord at your back, it's always aligned in a straight line. So also are the muscles on your stomach. So when you sit upright, you know, it's like you're stretching the muscles on your stomach, and they always tend to go flat when you're sitting upright, unlike when you're crunching yourself like this. Whenever you sit like this, you notice like you have lumps all over your stomach. So good posture is very important. Like, you know, you sit upright, your chest out, and then your stomach, the muscles on your stomach are always aligned in a straight line. Like, you know, whenever you sit upright, just just try this out. You will notice whenever you have a good, whenever you sit in a straight posture, you will notice like the muscles on your stomach are very, very flat and aligned, unlike when you crunch yourself up, you know. So yeah, it's very, 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 very important. Good posture is really very, very vital when you're working on getting your flat stomach. All right, so my fifth tip is, I know so many people have mixed feelings when it comes to all this tea stuff, but for me, I tried it out and I loved it. You know, this video is not sponsored. This is like my creative video. It's not sponsored at all. I'm just sharing with you guys what I do, you know, to maintain and also to work on my flat stomach. So when it comes to me working on my flat stomach, I love this flat tummy tea, you guys. I know there are so many teas out there, but this is the only tea I've tried. And also bear in mind, when we're talking about all this tea, you don't have to, you can't drink this tea a day or two or 1 week and just decide yes it works. But this should be probably, I started this tea January this year. This is my 3rd month. I've already run out of the first one the company sent for me that I reviewed for you guys, so I had to go back and purchase this one with my money. This is strictly from my money. This video is not sponsored. I went back and I purchased this tea myself. So I love this tea a lot. Like from the review I gave you guys, this tea, it comes in, you know, 2 different sachets, the cleanse one and the activate one. It just helps me, you know, kickstart my day. I don't know how to explain it. And also, you guys know bloating also causes people to have a very large stomach. So with this tea, I always notice that whenever I take this tea, like I move my bowel really, really frequently, which is very, very essential. Like, you know, when you're working on your flat stomach, you don't need anything occupying that space. You always need to move your bowel, because you know, when you feel bloated, you know, it's like food, you know, toxins are right on the stomach. So you always need to move your stomach as frequent as you can. And then my 6th and final tip is to waist train. I know so many people have mixed feelings when it comes to waist training, but you guys, like when you give birth, even right at the hospital, I remember when I gave birth to the twins, the first thing my doctor gave me was a girdle. And I feel like the modern day world just customized girdle and started calling it waist training, because even my mother, you know, when during my mother's time, you know, they all knew about girdle. They used to call it girdle back then, but right now, you know, in this modern world, they call it waist training. Like it's everywhere. And I know a lot of people have mixed feelings when it comes to waist training. But also, when you waist train, you don't just waist train 2 or 3 or 1 week or 2 weeks and expect to see results. This is something, it's a training. It's something you need to use for months. It's not something you just use all of a sudden and you just expect to see results. So yeah, waist training is very, very vital, because if it's not, come to think of it, when you give birth, that is one of the things hospital gives you when you give birth. They always give a girdle, because I remember mine, I had a black and a white one. You know, it always helps to like work on your stomach, because you guys know our body is like elastic, it stretches. So when you get pregnant, it stretches, and then when you give birth, you know, you have excess flesh you have to tuck back into your body. So you need to waist train, you guys. I can't stress it enough. I love this one. I can't even remember where I bought this one from, but yes. And I don't wear it under my clothes when I'm going out. I prefer to waist train when I'm home, you know, just casually. Once I'm home, you will always find me waist training, because once I come home, I put it on, because it's just like, you know, you're trying to train your stomach. You know, in order to get that flat stomach, you have to train it. It's not something that happens overnight. You have to use it for months and months and months. And I love this one because it's not like clothes, it's more like elastic. I can't even explain it. I'm so in love with this one right here. And yes guys, I think that is basically it, you guys. I wanted to share my tips and tricks because I always get questions from you guys. I always get, you know, people asking me, oh my god, you had twins, how did you get your flat stomach back and all those things. So these are like the few things I do that I decided to share with you guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up, and also please guys, don't forget to share it and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video very soon. I got those